Namaste all of you. My name is Dr. Ritu Singh Rajput, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Department of Food and Biotechnology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we will talk about the bacterial fermentation. Generally, we have to know about first of all what is the fermentation. Fermentation is an anaerobic process in which energy can be released from glucose even though the oxygen is not available. Fermentation occur in yeast cells, and a form of the fermentation take place in the bacteria and in the muscle cells of the animals. In bacterial fermentation, bacteria's anaerobic environment can break down organic compound using fermentation. If you have ever eaten a fermented food such as a bread, yogurt and the cheese, you have tasted the product of the fermentation. Now we have learned about the some details. Anaerobic bacterial metabolism are the bacteria must be capture energy from the food source in the order to grow and the reproduce, or it other words so you can be say when we have discussed bacteria and capturing energy and what is the really taking about its ability to bacterial cells can be used as a chemical substrate, that means food, to generate ATP. And ATP is the high energy molecule used to the storing energy and building all necessary cellular compounds. In anaerobic environments, the bacterial can be captured energy and stored in the ATP using either aerobic respiration or fermentation. So in this lesson, we have introduced like fermentation happen in a wide range of environment. But in case of things are personally, we can talk about we are in this if we creamy yogurt, fragmented cheese and the warm slice of breads. This process of production of the fermentation by the bacteria and yeast are responsible for the rich flavor and the texture and counter of these foods. Fermentation is the now you have first of all to know about the bacterial fermentation basics. Fermentation is the anaerobic catabolism of the single chemical compound using a series of redox transformation, which is the goal of generating ATP and by substrate level of phosphorylation. That is the definition. Sounds complicated, but if you talk about the catabolism, just refer to the breakdown of the chemical compound during the fermentation. The breakdown occurs through the series of redox transformation, which is just a fancy term for the electron donating and the electron accepting reactions. All of the redox transformation that take place act on the atoms found in the original substrate molecules. Some atoms will be act as an electron donor and some as an electron acceptor. The electron shuffling required as a series of an enzyme that is accelerate the reaction and the catalyze the production of the various intermediates form of the initial substrates. Through this fermentation reaction, the energy present in the chemical bonds of the substrate can be captured or produce ATP by the substrate level, and that is called as phosphorylation. Substrate level of phosphorylation is the production of the ATP by the transferring high energy phosphate group from the organic molecules to the ADPs. And if we have talked about already, we have talked about the what is the fermentation. If you have know about the bacterial fermentation, there is a metabolic process converted sugar acid in an anaerobic process, and the lack of oxygen become the primary means of the ATP production. This is the biological process of the which glucose and other six carbons sugars are converted into cellular energy and the lactic acid. And the lactic acid bacteria is the gram-positive non-spore forming bacteria, which is called cocci and the rods, classified into the two fermentive patterns, which is homofermentive pathway, lactic acid, heterofermentive pathway, that is called lactic acid plus ethanol plus CO2. So there is a the bacterial fermentation divided into the two patterns, which is homofermentive pathway, which is related to the lactic acid, and second one is the heterofermentive pathway, which is related to the lactic acid, ethanol plus CO2. Now we will talk about the homofermentive pathway. It is the undergo by the bacteria such as the Streptococcus species and some kind types of the Lactobacillus species. First of all, glucose with the help of the ATP, it is converted into the fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. After that, it is converted into the 3-glyceraldehyde, 3-phosphate, and it will be converted into the dehydroxytone and the dehydroxytone phosphate. And energy required in the form of the ATP and NAD. 2,3-glycerol phosphate is converted into the 2,1,3 bisphosphoglyceric acid, and with the help of the 2 ADP converted into the 2 ATP, and it will be converted into the 2 pyruvates, and after at the end we have got 2 lactate, which is the total number of calories we have got 196, and at the end of the chemical reaction we have got only 2 ATPs. Glucose converted into the 2 lactate, which is the normal, which is the which is happen in the homofermentive pathway. If we have talked about the heterofermentive pathway, glucose is a generally carbon source which is required for the energy. With the help of the ATP, it is converted into the glucose 6-phosphate, and after that it is converted into the 6-phosphogluconic acid, and with the help of the NADP, it is converted into the ribulose 5-phosphate plus CO2, and after that it will be converted into the xylulose 5-phosphate, and there is 2 pathway. It will be xylulose 5-phosphate converted into the acetyl phosphate, and the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate in the with the acetyl phosphate converted into the acetaldehyde, and after that it will produce ethanol, and the glyceraldehyde second form is the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate converted into the 1,3 bisphosphoglyceraldehyde acid, and with the help of the ADP it will be converted into the pyruvate, and it will be converted into the lactate. So this is the hemofermentive pathway. It has a 2 phases. With the acetyl, it will be converted into acetyl and acetyl phosphate, which will be give the lactate. It will be give ethanol, and the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate give the lactate. With this in the hemofermentive pathway, glucose plus lactate plus ethanol and CO2, which in this whole process we have got around 216 kilojoule energy, and only 1 ATP is synthesized by this method, and this process is undergo by the bacteria such as a Lactobacillus species and sometimes of Lactobacillus species. Mixed acid fermentation is the this use mixed acid fermented such as an E. coli form 3 different acid, which is the acidic, lactic, succinic, and the fermentation of the glucose, ethanol, CO2, H2, and the form during the fermentation. And we talk about the lactose milk and the lactic acid bacteria, and the lactic acid 2 bacteria, the Streptococcus thermophilus and the Lactobacillus bulgaris. And the importance of this bacterial fermentation is to make the milk more acidic and causes the protein in the milk to the coagulate. So this is about the bacterial fermentation. First of all, I will tell you what is the bacterial fermentation, what is the basic of the bacterial fermentation, and what is the anaerobic bacterial metabolism, what is the required in bacterial metabolism, what is the phosphorylation, and we have talked about the anaerobic process. We have talked about the two types of pattern which is using in the bacterial fermentation, which is the homofermentive, which is provide a lactic acid, and the hemofermentive lactic pathways provide lactic acid plus ethanol plus CO2. And in this whole process we have got 6 carbon sugar and converting the sugar energy, cellular energy, and the lactic acid. And in I have told you what is the hemofermentive pathway and what is the bacteria responsible for this process, and what is the heterofermentive pathway, which bacteria are responsible for this process, and what is a mixed acid fermentation, and what is the importance of the bacterial fermentation. And now, for the exam point of view, you have to know some kind of question which will be asked in exam, which is the what is the importance of the bacterial fermentation, which kind of bacteria are using in the bacterial fermentation, and they can be asked what is the different kinds of pattern for the bacterial fermentation, and what is the hemofermentive, and what is the heterofermentive. Thank you so much.